Right. So some of the things that we need to remember is that in order for us to find AC, we have to get the alternate route from here to here, right? Following triangle. So to find AC, the alternate route is A to O, O to C. So you write down A to O plus O to C. A to O is against the arrow, so we end up with minus 2A. O to C is with the arrow, so we write 2C. That's okay? What's the alternate route from A to B now? A to O, O to B. Right? So that'll be A to O plus O to B. So A to O plus O to B, that will be A to O is minus 2A, and then O to B is 4B. So it's minus 2A plus 4B. Okay with that? Yeah?
You'll get around much. Put it back into that.
Two. All right, so I want you to right? I want you to remember those small things, right? All we have to do is set up a triangle and find the alternate path from one to the next, right? You can triangle them. That's okay? Right? So you're starting here and finishing here. Everybody okay with that? Right. Who not in the WhatsApp group still?
Yeah.
But the idea away to the Google form now. All right. So I can have all the same time. All right. So that's the way we do it, right? There are two rules that we need to learn again. We need to learn rules about something being parallel and something being collinear. Right? So watch this here. If I were to give you vectors, right? Let's say the vectors, this is vector E and vector P. And I asked Jeremy, how do you show that two vectors are parallel? Right? Well, simple rule, right? So if vector A and vector P are parallel, all we have to show is that A is a multiple of P. That's all. Right? So for example, if the vector A is 2, 1 and the vector B is 4, 2, these two vectors are parallel. Right? Why are these two vectors parallel? Because when I multiply this by 2 again, that's okay with that? So parallel vectors are multiples of each other. So the vector A is parallel to the vector. That's all. All we have to do is make sure that they are multiples of each other. If I could multiply this by something to get this parallel. All right, copy this now. All right, so how do we show parallel vectors? They are multiples of each other. Are you okay with that? All right, so I want to show you now what does this term collinear mean. So if you have two vectors, right, A and B, and you want to show the parallel, all you have to do is show that the vectors are multiples of each other. So if I multiply A by 2, and I'll get this, 2 by this is this, 2 by this is this, right? So both of them parallel, right? Once you can show that they are multiples of each other. Copy down fast. I want to show you collinear, right? While you're waiting, tell me if you can think of an explanation for collinear. Collinear simply means that they're all on a straight line. Right? Collinear means that they're all on a straight line. So we had to figure out a rule that will help us prove collinear. Right? Right? How do we show something collinear now? Collinear, yeah. Close fit, right? Close fit. How do you show something collinear? Because it's vectors, we can't use that method, but that's a good idea as well, right? How do we show something collinear? Right? To show collinear, we have two things we have to do. Well, three things. So the first thing that we do to show something collinear, we have to show that when you take AB and you add it to PC, when you add these two, you're supposed to get AC. Right? So when you take this vector and add it, you're supposed to get the whole thing. So that means you need this, and this. That's okay? And the second thing is that we have to also show that AB is parallel. Remember, these symbols mean parallel, right? To BC. So we have two things to show in order to prove something collinear. All right? This is one of the harder things in vectors, so we'll learn a lot of these, right? So therefore, today I wanted to learn two main things. Right? How to show parallel and how to show collinear. All right? Then we copy down the rule and we're going to take our time and try to work this out, right? Ignore that. Copy down the rules online, right? Then I'll put a question. Who's that? Okay, sure. Copy down the rules there. All right, so let's attempt this first one here. Let's attempt this first one here, right? All right, let's start here, June 2016. Write down the info, right? Write down the info, and we'll do this first one together as practice, right? Yeah, eight. The whole thing in eight part 1 and 2. Copy it down, and we're going to do this one together, right? Yeah. June 2016. Number something. All right, so we need to get A, B, and AC, and then show that the collinear. All right, so we'll do this one together. Yeah. All right, so we had to find A, B, A, C, and show it collinear, right? So let's do this one together. So watch here. So if we start here, what's the first thing that we need to do? Questions like this. First thing is a what? A small diagram, right? A small diagram. So we have OA, OB, OC. Right? So we have OA, OB, OC. And then they want us to find AB, and then they want us to find BC, AC. Right? And of course, we will need, of course, we shall need we will need AB, sorry, we will need BC as well. So let's find all. Look at the diagram. What is AP? AP is what? You find you look for the triangle that A and B belongs to, and you find the alternate path from A to B. That's okay? What will that be? A to O, and then so you're focusing on this triangle here, right? So AB will be A to O plus O to B. A to O is what? What would A to O be? Right? You're changing the signs here, right? So it will be -2, +2. What about OP? Watch here. Do right, William. Right, do right. Watch here. OP is what? O to B is 6, 1. What we do now? -6, -2 plus 6 is 2 plus 1 is, right? Do math paper, find AC and find PC. Take a time in a similar way, find AC and PC. Oh yeah. Right, take your time, find AC and find PC. Anybody confused? All right, stay up now. Then next month. Now, okay. EC is what? Look at the triangle with E and C and find the alternate root that'll get you there. Yeah. A to what? A to O and then? Very good. So it will be A to O plus O to C. That's okay? You start at A, come down to O, go to C. Right? That's the alternate root. Right? What is A O to show? Huh? Negative 2, right? Right? You have to write correct signs. And what OC to show? OC is what? Huh? 10 and 4. So when you add it, minus 2 plus 10, that's 8, 2 plus 4, that's 6. Anybody seen something here? Brianna, you seen a little link here? How you recognize? They are multiples of each other. So therefore, they are parallel. You seen that? Yeah? Yeah? And no? Who say no? You're watching anything you want to watch? Here and here. If I multiply this by 2 and again this. Right? And last one, PC. Yeah, the need by put on your head. Put. All right, Mohammed. That's Mouse here. Okay, now we're not. I still don't learn all the names. But I get tag, right? From now on when it comes, take a little tag here, right? I didn't get these names quick. It's on 3 weeks already. Yeah. B to O, right? So PC is B to O and then O to C, right? So again, that part right. What is B to O? No, that's OB. No. Minus 6 minus 1. Change the signs, right? And then OC is what? And then OC is 10, 4. Minus 6 plus 10, that's 4. Minus 1 plus 4, that's 3. What you all recognize about everybody here? These two equal and parallel. These two are parallel. You see that? Right. Now the next part of the question, this was part 1. The next part of the question wants us to show collinear. Wants us to show ABC collinear. How are we doing that? What we have to do first, we have to show that when I add AB and BC, I am getting AC. Right? So step 1, I'm going to add AB and I'm going to add BC. Don't write all the watch here. I'm sure you understand what to do, right? So I'm going to add AB and BC. AB is 4, 3 and BC is 4, 3. 4, 3 plus 4, 3 is, and this is what? 8, 6 is AC. That's okay? If the question does not ask you to find AB, AC, and BC, you have to go and find it before you do this. That's okay? And step number 2 is what? I have to show that AB is parallel to BC. Correct? Look at AB, look at BC. What you can say? Both of them equal, right? This is 4, 3, and this is also 4, 3. So they're equal and parallel. That's okay? Therefore, parallel. So what does this implies? It implies that A, B, C are collinear. You okay with that? There's one more thing though. Since they're equal, what we can say about this, what we can say about B in the middle, right? We can see that it's in the middle. All right, copy it down. Hello. 5 years. All right. You can copy it down and then we are going to try one. Ready? Let's go again. Ready, right? Let's go again. No, not ready. But Jan 2016. I think we did part already, but let's do it again, right? Jan 2016. No diagrams, so the first thing you need is a diagram. Jan 2016. Oh yeah. Will I say again, sir? It's talking out. Like that. Right. Oh yeah, come on, try that. Jan 2016. Take the input, draw the diagram, right? Right, most important thing is set up a diagram, right? You want to be perfect. Actually, it looks like you want to board, right? MSC mid auto, MSC mid point the E. With Jan 20. Take your time, set it up, write your position vectors, and then work it out. What's the origin? What is always the origin? MSC midpoint of AB. Huh? What's up? But I didn't say that. I didn't start working with vectors. Right? I just join up my line to connect everything, right? Hey, diagram might look like that. I just plot everything up and then I'll put it out, right? I'll just try to plot the actual point so you'll see exactly where it belongs. Right, minus 2.8, and it's averaging it probably here. Right, that's 8. This is the origin. 4.2, that's probably here. I am just averaging as I said. And then 0.9 looking like it here. All right, so I just plug the points and I just going to connect them up now. Right, O to A is here. O to C is here. O to B is here. That's all I did. All right, that's all I did. What is OB? What is OB? Jeremy, OB is what? OB is what? So, and they give us coordinate P. So what's the position vector of P? What is do? Change the signs, no? Anybody can help us? Write it vertically. That's all you do. All it is the first class. Huh? All right, but that's what they want. That's what we learned in the first class. Write it vertically. Right? Write it vertically. Isa. Isa, what is AP?
AB would be when you from A to one and
Right. A to O and then O to B. And then put M on your diagram and work it out. Hurry up. This is what we did last week. You have to revise so you can go into the next week, right?
MB.
Huh? Hurry up. Push up. Who got it? This was not mark. All right, I got it. Huh? Would M be O? No, M is in the middle of A and B. The dotted line is a section of M and B. Yeah. Read the instructions. M is where? What line? Right. So draw it to B and then put M. Right. So we said A to B is here. What's AO again? AO is what? AO is positive 2 minus 8. Right? You also got what we did the first day, right? Please remember that position vectors are written like this. Take the coordinate and write it vertically. Right? OB, take the coordinates, write it vertically. OC, take the coordinates, write it vertically. All right? A to O is what? A to O is positive 2 minus 8. O to P is what? O to B is 4, 2. When you add it up, you'll get 6 minus 6. Right? They said M is the midpoint now. Look back at what we did to find OM in the last day. Right? OM, I draw a line from O to M. Look back at what we did last day to find OM. Now, when I click on about 4 people text in, come on. Can you post one line? I want you to find OM. Did that exactly last week. So I'm gonna pick up people. All you have to do is find anything. That should have been one for the yeah. Right, there we go. Already named. I'm telling you people are kind of okay. This from I think of the event point. 4, 5 marks. Right, let me go with Justin Williams. Justin. Justin come today. Why hiding? Justin not there? But next to Jeremy. And maybe now you like Justin is something? Where? Where? I know. Now you Egypt. Egypt and up. Alright, Kalisha. Kalisha, help me out. How do we get N? OM. Very good. And what else? Remember, you want to get O to M. O to M is what? O to? Okay, diagram. O to what? Right? O to A and then A to M. We know what O to A is. O to A is minus 2A. And Felicia said to get AM is half of AC. Right? So see that? So you're finding half of AC. So we ended up with minus 2A plus half of 6 is 3, half of minus 6 is minus. Right? See that? So you have to find half of the whole line, right? That's AP is what? AP is 6 minus 6. So you have to find half of 6 minus 6, which is 3 minus 3. When you add it up, you'll end up with 1, 5. Correct? 1, 5, that's a minus here, right? Question. Ask. Question. Because M is in the middle of the whole line AP, right? Yeah. M is in the middle of the whole line AP, right? So you have to find half of AB. So you're finding half of 6 minus 6, which is 3 minus 3. Tyler, give it up. Sure. And we have one last part. Last part is we have to show AC parallel to OP. Why you should parallel again?
That's a last question.
Yeah.
Find what you can do.
Yeah, you can find OB. But remember, you have to go against the arrow. OB, BM. Remember the arrow going this way. So if you go B to M, you go against the arrow. And then find negative sign. Negative sign outside six line. How you find AC? Because of why to find AC. Yeah. Yes. Yes. He does. You have right here. Right, so draw a line from A to C, he does. Draw a line from A to C. Right, draw a line from A to C. I just playing out all this out there, looking at a long time. And tell me how to find AC. AC is what? A to O plus O to C. Online, are you okay there? George? What A to O again? 8 over is what? Oh, positive 2 minus 8. Right? This sign of change, right? Minus 2 positive 8. And OC is what? 0, 9. Add it up and you'll get 2, 1. Right? So look at the diagram. Look at AC. AC is 2, 1. And look at OB. OB is 4, 2. How do I get AB if I have AC? You're saying that? How do I get OB if I have AC? Sean, how do you know? How do I get OB if I have AC? Yeah. Look at the values. Look at the values. Can you multiply AC by anything to get OB? Huh? Well, listen again. Can I multiply OC by any value to give me OB? 2, right? So it means that OB is equal to 2 AC. Once you can write a statement like that, it means that they are parallel. Right? If you multiply AC by 2, you're going to get 2. That's it. That's all you have to do. Once you can multiply one value by the next, it means that you can show that they're parallel. Okay with that? Yeah, Elijah? Sure. Okay with that? Yeah. Right. So again, this question cannot be done unless you have a nice diagram first. Draw a little diagram and then find everything piece by piece. Okay with that? We're going again. I'm just doing 1, 2 hard ones, and then I'll go to the recent years. That's slightly easier. Slightly. Online, you're okay? Right? So please remember position vector, write the coordinate with the color. Right? Find unknown vectors, look for a triangle with the vector and find the alternate paths. To shoot parallel, find the vectors and show that they are multiples of each other. To shoot collinear, find all the paths and follow the 2 steps. You okay with that? Going again, I give me some time to move on this one, right? Try June 2012. Pass along the most important thing I want to see that diagram, right? Ah, 2012. Take your time. To move the code. Okay. Yeah, 2012. June 2012. June 2012. Right? And just pass around this list. Go to not only group, just put a star by it. Okay, not only star, 8.5, right? Very good. Huh? Anybody else know any macro? Let's start by giving a minute. I can then get sent in the Google Doc and I can fill it out now, all the info, right? Oh, yeah, no, if you fill it out, you gotta fill it out, right? If you fill it out for admin, you gotta fill it out. Oh, yeah, you want it on the board, yeah? But I want. Alright. Yeah, you depend whenever you know it. Can I block it? Olha, what does geometrical relationship mean? Very short term. What does that mean? What should just learn? Parallel or collinear? That's all, right? Geometric relationship just means that it's probably parallel. So you have to show the parallel. Yeah. The last part, we had to show collinear. No, show collinear as well. Huh? Which one? Who's diagram? No, that's good. I wanted to show it fully. Before you put it down.
It's a one step Android.
Right? A, B, C. Are they collinear? I can see the collinear as well. Oh yeah, work it out. 40. You have to see if the parallel or not. Did you find BC and AB?
Yeah.
Right, see the parallel. And then do a little sketch to show where they are. Action. Feedback. And just the video. Justin, William. Radha. Wells. Well. Alicia. Edwards. Martha. Edwards. Craig. Craig. Sean, Egypt. Anna. Anna. Antonio. Antonio, no. Amir. Butler. Right, so we'll take our time and set this diagram up, right? All right, let's start here. So they want us to plot 6-2 first. Huh? So plot 6-2. 2, 4, 6, 2 is around here, right? So that's A. So I join my line O to A one time. That's okay? Next one is what? OB is 3, 4. So I just average in 2, 4, 3, 4 might be somewhere here. So that's B. That's okay? And last one, 12 minus 2. Or 12 on the x-axis. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, right? Minus 2 is somewhere here. All right? So a diagram might look something like that. Okay? What do you want first? What do you ask for first? Huh? Beta. So tell me how to get beta. First thing I'm doing is what? Drawing a line. beta A, right? So beta A is what? S? No, beta A. So you're starting at B and you're going to A. So that's what? You're starting at B and you're going to A. Huh? No, what's the alternate route from B to A? Same thing you've been doing the past few weeks. Huh? Where you starting? Where you starting? What's here? Where you starting? Where you finishing? To find an alternate route from B to A. Where you starting? So where you going next? B to O. And then what? O to A. That's all. Why B to O? Minus 3, 4. Minus 3, 4. And what's O to A? 6, 2. That's it. Right? Minus 3 plus 6, that's 3, 4 plus 2 is 6. That's okay? Since you're on a rule, what's the next one you have to get? Oh, we got to get after all, yeah?
Anybody else good?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, minus 3, minus 4. We didn't change the sign there. What's the next one? What's the next one? BC, right? Help me with BC, help me with BC. Next is the name again? Jamari. Yeah, pay him. Wait a minute. Yeah, Jamari, got my finish. How we getting B to C? How we getting B to C? Draw a line B all the way down to C. So you're starting at and you're finishing at. So what's right here? B to O plus O to C. B to O is how much? Minus 3 minus 4, and O to C is what? 12 minus 2. Right? You'll find this out. What's difficult is that you're not remembering the basic things from last week. Right? You had to spend a 5-10 minutes and go over those things. Okay. What's the answer here? Minus 3 plus 12, that's 9. Minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. Right? What's the relationship? Tyler? No? Craig. Craig.
Yeah.
What's the relationship between two of them? Why? Why you could say that? If you multiply 3 by, you're going to get BC. Right? If you multiply this by 3, you're going to get this. Therefore, BA is parallel to BC. That's okay? Once you could write a statement that linking both of them with some number, it don't matter the number, you get to do. It even be a fraction, it don't matter. It means that they are multiples of each other. You okay with that? Everybody okay with that? Right. The last part, they asked for a sketch, but I don't want a sketch. I want you to tell me if BAC are collinear. Go ahead. Do your thing. Right? Determine if collinear. Follow the steps I just gave you. What is two steps again? Collinear. That's it. Well, we roughly know it's and how to collinear. Take your time, follow it. I want the two steps. Up. Right? So carry that end of vector, right? But because of those, like also people not revise, nothing like that, that's more than like online, right? So you make sure you have your phones over connected. Right, I'll split you up. Each person in a room. Put outside. Yeah, we got it. We did this. About that, something like that. Right, so I'm going to add the remaining people. I want to add the remaining people. I'm going to send you a Google Doc. Okay, please complete the Google Doc. Right, email your name and so on, right? Go ahead, show collinear. Look back at this steps to collinear, right? Let me see, I'm picking somebody. Matthew. I don't see you every other week. I'm picking it today, Matthew. So, Mr. Matthew, how do I show that BAC in a straight line? Well, collinear. What I have to do? Did I achieve the first part by showing the parallel? Right, what's the next part? You have to show that something plus something is something. What you have to show? Well, what's the line? Show that BA plus is equal to BC. So we have to find BA, we have to find BC, we already have that. One thing missing. What missing? Right, right, AC missing. So we already have BA, we already have BA, so we have to show that BA plus AC is equal to BC. We have this, we just need this. Tyler, finished already? So Tyler, what is AC? AC is what? The right diagram. A to what? A to O plus O to C. Nice. What is A to O? A to O is what? A to O is minus 6 minus 2, right? Change the signs, right? And what OC? OC is 12 minus 2. So I got 6 minus 4.
Yeah.
Right? What I have to do now, Rima? Finish it up. What I have to do? RBC. Why I do to finish it up? After add, right? After add BA and AC. BA is what? 3 minus 2 and AC is 6 minus 4. 3 plus 6, that's 9 minus 2 plus minus 4. That's okay? So therefore it equal, right? So 9, 6 is equal to BC. And it's collinear, right? It don't matter which fast is sure, right? A plus B, BA plus AC equals to the whole thing. And what else? And BA parallel to AC. And if parallel is BA parallel to AC. And if parallel are they parallel point pick up. Why the parallel? Why the parallel? They are multiple, right? Right? So if you look at BA and you look at AC, are they parallel? Yes?
Yes.
What do I multiply BA by? What do I multiply this by to get AC? 2, right? 2. So it means that 2BA is equal to this. You okay with that? For sure,
Yes, sir.
that's what vector question will look like, right? Right? The hardest thing that can come is to find pooling. Okay, and I have 1 or 2 other small ones where they will put up one more point here and ask you to show the parallelogram, right? You'll practice a few of those next week. Okay with that? Please go over this before next week, please.